guess kind of while I was in Korea, you know, Serena and I had the start we had, which was a lot of support, you know, for each other, actually over a long distance. So our friendship, you know, matured into, you know, the marriage that it is today, which is great. But
So at what point were like, so you were in Korea and she was still in Georgia?
yeah.
And then
she
you
was in the
came
military as well.
She
Yeah.
was in the military as well, and that's what I say. Like she
But-
was in Georgia, but she was on the other side of Georgia. That's another crazy story too, you know.
And you came back, and then she went to Afghanistan?
No, it was shortly after we met. She had deployed, and I knew I was going to Korea, and I was actually like with somebody else at the time too.
Yeah.
So, we ended up not we stopped
Yeah.
Checking in
acknowledging
with
each
each
other,
other,
or
yeah.
whatever, you know what I mean. And it wasn't until after that chick was gone that you know, our friendship
Kind of took
matured
off.
again, came
Yeah.
back up, and then, you know, we were starting caring about each other, and yeah, one thing leads to another, and but she was convinced. She thought I was cute right away, you know what I mean? Whatever. She was in
Brag
it.
much? You're like, I mean, I got the sauce,
she
dog.
knew what was up.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
it
see
was-
me.
I mean, look.
You see me.
Look. Bro.
No, and
He said,
her side of the story is that I don't know, she had creeped on paperwork at one point in time actually to get my name. So like she wanted to, you know,
How the hell would
wanted to
she know
like,
on paperwork that would be you, though?
It was paperwork from me. Like she had seen me in the field and actually was like, oh, this is his name, and then
damn.
talk to me somewhere else. But regardless of all that, you know, I don't want to make her, you know, embarrassed or
She
anything
was-
like that. But
She knew what she was doing, bro.
Yeah.
She knew.
Hey man, she's awesome. She's awesome. He'll tell you.
She is
she's,
dope.
Yeah.
She's super cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was telling him about y'all. I was like, solid ass people.
Dude,
Yeah.
we
Like,
really do appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
I was like, it's wild to know, like, they pulled up outside of this building, and I, like, let them in the building, and then, like, right off, we just started talking, and it's been, like, the
man.
same.
Yeah, so he said
Like, I've
you
known
guys
him
were
forever.
spending time in Indiana before you came down here, right?
we were in Minnesota.
Minnesota.
But it was when we got out in 2018, which she got out after 4 years. She actually quite contrary to mine had a terrible experience in the military.
See, I've heard that it's either like the best thing that can ever
Yeah,
happen to
me
you,
too.
or it's like I can't wait to get the fuck out of here.
So,
You know what I'm
like-
saying? So
and-
it's like I think it also plays in because the opportunities that you have in the military, I
Yeah.
feel like if you know how to use them correctly, like
Mm-hmm.
if you've had family that's in it, because I have a buddy that his dad is still, he's like the office level, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
like
for sure.
working on base type thing.
Mhm.
And he has helped him kind of get to where he is because he's been through it. And he
Oh,
was
yeah,
like an
man.
old salty dog. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
long time ago. So he kind of knows the ins and outs of it. So if you have somebody that can help you kind of use the opportunities that you know the military gives you, I think you can get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like a lot of people go in blind and don't have any idea and are just like, okay, this is what I do now. And then that's what, you know, kind of ruins it for some people.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, it is weird how it's like kind of a love-hate type thing, you know?
Her hatred definitely came from her unit in particular.
Oh, word.
She faced a lot of discrimination too, which occurs in countless different ways. You know what I mean? I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it's only one way to another
Yeah.
or anything like that. And if somebody feels they're being discriminated against, like chances are it's, you know what I mean? It's fairly true. Unfortunately for her, you know, like what I took seriously about being an NCO and being, you know, there for my soldiers, like she didn't have anybody like that. And like what I saw as a problem in the military and what I wanted to change was all she had, was all she knew.
Oh, gotcha.
You know, and we were at two different bases, and
So you never in person experienced the military together?
we were never stationed together. We were never in the same unit together.
So
We were
the
never
only
anything like
time
that.
she ever saw you was when you turned in the paperwork and got your name?
Yeah.
Wow, what a savage!
She
was hunting for you.
And
she goes, let that motherfucker turn in some paperwork.
She'll say to this day, like, there was just something about him. You know what I mean? Like, it's honestly beautiful.
Forget to get it's dying.
Jeez. I'll be back.
I think it's beautiful. You know
dude,
what I mean? Like,
honestly, Paige won't agree. She did the same damn thing, bro.
There you
like,
go.
we worked at separate malls, but then she was working in a store in my mall temporarily. And then when I was leaving, she says the story completely different, and I don't recall it that way. I only recall it this way.
Yeah.
She was parked right next to my car. That was unrelated. I don't think she knew that.
Oh, really? That's crazy.
Yeah, so we're leaving, and there's like...
Man, she knew she was parked next to your car.
There's, like, when you leave the mall and you close,
there's
no fucking cars except for the cars of the people that are closing, right?
Oh.
So...
And y'all cars are
sad
just
life,
sitting.
Man. So... She knew it was his car. This is when you had the rabbit.
I'm like walking up to her because I see her face illuminated because she's staring at her phone.
Yeah.
And I like wave, and then I hit her on Instagram because she was hitting my Instagram, and I was like, I see you.
Yeah.
Like I see you. You know what I'm saying? I see what you're doing.
Yeah, he said I see
But
you with
she
the eye
claimed-
emoji.
With the eyes?
With the eye emoji.
The two eyes, just
Yeah, I
the
was
two
like,
eyes.
I know what's going on.
But she claims I liked one of her photos, and then she liked mine, and then we went back and forth. And then she was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, what's up? Because they just went back and forth
What
for
did
too
he
long.
hope?
But I was
What's
like,
up?
I think the truth is somewhere in the middle. Probably more my side than hers, but whatever. Or maybe it's mine and hers is in there. I don't know.
What I realized in it was, you got to be able to recognize a good thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that I realized while I was gone. You know what I mean? And where I say when Serena and I first met, and I was with another chick, like that ended real bad. Like that was insane how that stuff ended. And I was done, man. I was
Not
so
about it after
over like relationship stuff. You know, just whatever. But you know what I mean? You realize something, and when I saw like the support she was giving me out of just the kindness of her heart, I was like, wow, you know, that takes a special individual. So if you see it like anywhere in your life, you know what I mean? Once you identify it, I think it's special.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
need to
something
bring that
something
close.
to hold on to. There's not and not everybody gets that. You know what I mean? The ones that are gotta
Got a good
definitely
thing.
bring it in. You know what I mean? But I think it. Like I said, we got a good thing going, and we're happy that we're here.
Lucky,
we're
bro.
extremely happy to be here and to even be involved for
Dude,
one with Remedy.
Everything about your story is crazy because like you could be dead. You could have never met her.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
If she wouldn't have came after your name, you could have not been here.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure there's alternate worlds where you're still with your ex and like y'all never had a kid and you never got into the military. But it's like all these things and now you're at the gym and like such a good addition to the local area on top of like jiu-jitsu reasons as well. But like I don't know, just like such a good fit, honestly.
Dude, little stuff just kind of keeps happening where it almost solidifies everything, which we've been noticing just more and more and more. Like even today, I called like the Santa Rosa Chamber of Commerce and stuff, and it was
to get on their
going in-
business.
Well, it was actually no. Before that, it was I went into MaxFit because I heard about MaxFit because of Remedy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Jason.
And Jennifer. So she was incredible. The first time I walked in there, I was trying to hand out flyers and I was going to see, hey, can I even put something up? And she gave me names of like 5 businesses to go in and talk to and stuff. And then one being the Chamber of Commerce. Well, then like a week goes by and we go back in there because Serena and I wanted to hit up some like nutrition stuff. And she was like, I got something for you. This is Don Tucker's business card. She's the president and CEO of the Chamber of Commerce, and they're looking to get, like, their windows clean. However, you know what I mean? And I called her today, and she's super, super nice lady. She returned my call right away, and she's like, yeah, 600 chamber members, and not a single person does window cleaning. I'm like... That's why I'm here.
Guess
you know
what,
I mean? I was
baby?
like,
You're like 601 and one of them does.
You got the best one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
for real.
obviously, like with you and stuff, man, like you even having me on, both of you guys, like that's such a huge opportunity, and like I like to support y'all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I think the world needs more of that, especially, smaller towns. Like Pensacola area is obviously huge, and surrounding areas, pretty big.
Yeah.
But being that it is like a military town, like word of mouth still kind of goes far, you know what I mean? And there's still a blacklist for local businesses that like sailors or airmen or soldiers or Marines here that can't go to while assigned to the base.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that's kind of the stuff they tell you on like your in brief. And most of the times it's businesses that have like taken advantage of sailors or whoever in the past.
Right.
Or business owners who repeatedly do it, just open up new businesses and keep doing the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but even with stuff like that, there's still word of mouth. I hear a lot about like how kind of small town feely like Milton is,
Yeah.
and I definitely see it.
Milton feels tiny in comparison.
And it was honestly for no other reason than finding a house to rent that we decided on Milton. And it just so I'm kind of even far away from actual downtown Milton. It's just Milton obviously has that crazy big address zone, so I have a Milton address, but because I had a Milton address, I've been looking in Milton for, local businesses and stuff, and I don't know, man. I love the area. We love the area, and so far it's been great to us.
It's mutual beneficial.
Yeah.
Dude.
I mean, the thing about this place is like people talk about it like it's kind of a trap and stuff, which I mean, you
There's
I mean,
parts
more
for sure,
often than
man.
not,
It's
more
everywhere.
more often than not, you'll
Yeah.
you'll meet somebody around this town, around Pensacola, that has been there their whole life,
Mm.
and their parents have been there their whole lives, and they grew up here
Yeah.
and like have been here forever, and that's just how it is, And recently, I think my generation, maybe a little bit older, is kind of that first to get out of this town and try and start spreading out and stuff like that, which is really cool to see. And it's cool to see the people that are around my age trying to do something different that, can either bring people to this area or spread kind of the Pensacola vibe to other places.
I think that's
But what originally brought you guys down here? What was the area?
It was my daughter. My daughter lives in Salem, Alabama, which is kind of by like the Opelika area, Auburn, Opelika area.
Yeah.
She, man, when we were living in Minnesota, after we got out, we were living in a super small town, which it was Serena's hometown, which is, great town, beautiful town, like definitely just super old feel, and like there are people that love that place until the day they die.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Super great place. Nothing really bad to say about that. But it with getting Brooklyn up, my daughter's name is Brooklyn. For those that didn't know,
Everyone,
all of us,
getting her up to Minnesota obviously was like plane flights and stuff, which was cool. We could coordinate it. It's no big deal. She was up for 5 weeks that first summer, man, and then as soon as she left, bro, I lost it.
Yeah.
I was so depressed. Like it was ridiculous. And all I wanted to do like was just to be closer to her. So it didn't take like a ton of convincing. I think Serena obviously loves Brooklyn as well, and wanted to be closer to her too.
Right.
The big thing was just her thinking about like leaving her family and stuff, because all her family is now up there. But that was ultimately why we wanted to get farther down here.
Gotcha.
And then kind of as we were picking between around the area, we wanted to be somewhere, close to the coast, just because we didn't really want to live, in that area. I just felt like for my business, it'd be better to,
Oh yeah.
something a little bit more marketable.
Yeah.
So we decided kind of, that panhandle area, We're thinking maybe Alabama too, so we started just weighing out pros and cons. We decided Florida just because for a number of reasons, but it benefited like veterans more.
Right.
So again, like Florida's great, you know, with a lot of that stuff. And then we didn't want to be in a super, you know, touristy Panama City type place. So we figured with the Naval Air Station and stuff that we would have like that military town feel. So it was just somewhere around here. And then we just started looking up houses for rent around the area, you know. And it was like February we actually started looking, and I think like February like 15, or it was like February 1st we started looking, and February 15th we put in the application for the place we have now, which it's a beautiful house, and that place it had gone down. It had actually gone down in rent originally. We had first seen it and we were like,
he looks like
no
he
way.
slings cocaine or something.
It's a really nice
I'm
house.
being dead serious.
It's the nicest house
For
I've
real?
ever been in.
You
It's
open the door
nicest
and it's
house
kind
I've
of like
ever
an
been in.
open floor plan, kind of.
Yeah.
Other than the
But
kitchen wall.
Our only
And
stipulation, bro.
you open the front door and you just immediately see a yacht
Okay.
What?
in the backyard, and you
You're
see.
on the-
Stop.
I'm being dead serious. I'm not putting
He's
on
not-
for
he's not
nothing,
lying
bro.
either, dude.
I am
He's
not
not.
lying.
Is it a picture?
No. It's a real fucking yacht just sitting out there. Look, listen.
Bro, you
listen.
got a yacht?
But hold the fuck on.
No, we
you
don't.
open the front door and
Bruh.
you see clear through because it's just a big ass sliding door, right?
Call that a winder.
And then you see a pool, and then you see a fucking yacht, and then
Is it
you
on the
see
water?
it's on the water.
So
What kind? You got a boat?
You got
What kind of boat you got?
so
he said, hold on,
we
man.
do have a boat. The boat isn't here yet. But the boat that is there, I guess, is the owner's.
Damn, y'all be taking that motherfucker out?
No.
And that's why, okay. And going back to as we were looking at places, we wanted to get a pool. That was one of our, hey, we can, so we'll see about renting a house with a pool. We can kind of see what goes into ownership, whatever. We never had no pool. I never had no pool growing up, you know.
No.
And Serena wants a pool. She's like, it's hot. I need something. You know, I was like,
Yeah, it's
definitely
hot
we'll
as
get a pool.
fuck down here.
I need a garage for my business and stuff, for my equipment, my ladders and everything. And we needed at least like 3 bedrooms, and those were kind of really the stipulations.
Yeah.
And we were just kind of seeing what the most bang for our buck honestly was in the area. And the place was up, and we saw it, and we were like, oh wow, that's super nice. Like, it looked great, fantastic in pictures. You know what I mean? And price was a little out there, and we're like, whatever. We came back like almost a week later, and actually the price had dropped, or Serena had realized the price had dropped, and we're like, it's manageable now. Let's see what's
Try and
up,
see
you
what
know.
we can do, yeah.
And we got it. We figured we already paid. We had paid 1 month ahead of time so we could secure it while still living in Minnesota. But we're here in that place until the end
Shipment
of
comes in.
February. So yeah,
Whoop.
that's right.
Now we're going
Until
down
the-
south,
until the end of
baby.
February.
Like, then we're
But-
trading out boats and just leave
I don't know,
them
man.
down.
We showed up there and immediately we met both our neighbors like the day of. We're like, holy shit! You
They're
know?
like, y'all the new cocaine dealers?
That's a nice boat.
No, they were just happy that Serena was like picking weeds out of the yard for the first time in like 10 years, because nobody's really like.
Been
You could
there.
tell people have been there, but it's only been transient
out
and
type
stuff. Like
stuff.
people that don't really care too much about it.
Cocaine
So,
dealers.
hey man, the
Hey,
boat
man.
doesn't the boat doesn't move though. But there is a boat. It surprised me
What?
too when we
Apparently
got
it's
it.
been sunk.
It's off. Okay, so
What big? How big? How big
It's
boat?
the Milton Bay.
No,
It, like
boat. How big boat?
it's a big fucking
to
boat.
me,
It's
yeah.
a big boat. It's a big boat.
What y'all go
Talking
out on,
like
it's a
60
little.
foot?
It's probably the same size, but it's like for yachting. It's not for
It's
fishing.
like a leisure boat.
Yeah,
It's got it's
Like a
got
30-something.
There's no front. Like the front is for you to lay on. It's
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
like a walk around front. It's
Yeah.
like the front looks like a hood on
Yeah.
a car kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll show you pictures.
Cody explaining boats is the funniest shit to me ever. It's like a boat, but it's like a car, but like for like water.
See, we
Yeah,
got a
is that-
17
ain't got
and a
no
half
doors.
foot. We got a 17 and a half foot Bayliner bow rider that we
Oh,
got in
yeah.
up in Minnesota, for the lakes and stuff, and we were pretty close to the river. We were on the river.
We're pretty. I mean, on it.
We were across.
We live on the boat on the
across
river.
the street.
That
We were
was in
across the
Global
street
Girl. That
from
was in Global Girl.
Mississippi.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro. We were on the bunch.
bunch.
My kid loved it, so we had the opportunity to be on the water at least for a little bit. So we're like,
Yeah.
fuck it. We'll take it, man.
That's what's up.
Are we gonna stay there forever? No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The guy said he wants to probably sell it and stuff next year or whatever. And it was like, we were asking him about it at first, but the more and more we live there, we were like, man, no.
So you're bringing your boat down here though soon?
Yeah. Actually, that's gonna be over Memorial Day weekend. We got a boat, and then
I hate to ask this. How did they get the boat here? Like they boat it
Trailer
here?
that
no.
bitch.
So the
Oh,
boat.
wow, that makes a lot of
my
sense.
boat,
Way more sense than
my
boat it
boat
down
and
here.
my motorcycle are at my ex-wife's house in
Oh, it's
Salem,
already
Alabama.
in,
Yeah.
Or so
Oh,
you
word.
think.
No, it's
thought.
there.
I seen.
I pay for it to be there. Better be there. No. So we had brought it down there last August, knowing we were gonna move down. And we were like, we'll bring it down now, so we don't need to worry about winterizing it and stuff in Minnesota. And then it can sit there, and then we'll just come up and get it once we finally have a place. So that'll probably be over Memorial Day weekend. So.
When is that?
yeah.
Memorial Day?
Like, not next week, not this weekend, but the weekend,
weekend after
after. Yeah.
Damn. So what is the first weekend of September? That's Labor Day?
Labor Day,
Word.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, Memorial Day is next
Yeah.
Monday.
Yep. You're looking right at the calendar.
The
Can't figure
31st.
it out
The
for
31st.
shit. You're like, what's that M on the top? Why are there 2 T's and 2 S's? I don't even know what this is.
I'm confusion.
Yeah, bro, that's crazy.
Well, yeah,
F and
that's.
A.
I mean, we're gonna enjoy the house while we're here. Obviously,
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
he's been over. You'll be
Seems
over.
like a
I'm
fucking
sure.
sweet
We'll
spot,
we'll
yeah.
kick it, bro.
Dude,
for sure.
we should do a little tiny cookout because homeboy is a chef.
We should do something, bro.
Dead serious, and they got a
Definitely.
nice crib, and I'm just gonna invite us. You know,
Or
Bro,
come
we'll make it-
over.
We'll make it.
Do you got like
Dude.
a backpack, like grill spot? What's up?
dude.
I got. Yeah. I got
He said,
a
I
decent-
got-
I got a decent.
I
grill.
got
Yeah,
it.
super good.
God. Dude.
Dude,
It'll be
I'm
fun.
dead serious.
It'll
It'd
be
be
fun,
fun
man.
as fuck.
It'll be super
Yeah,
fun.
let's do the fucking thing. Let me cook some
Get
food
the
for
boat,
the
get the boat in
home.
the
Dude,
background
I'm
on
serious?
on the Instagram. Yeah, bro.
People sleep on my man.
Absolutely.
People sleep on my man's cooking
Well, it's
skills.
because he fucking tells people I make good grilled cheeses and chicken wings, and it's like,
Dude,
A little
he
bit
makes
more
his
than
grilled
that.
cheese that is fucking to die for, bro.
I was
I'm
telling him
so serious.
I was telling him before we started, just in terms of listening to him describe, his palate for whiskey, and then previous podcasts, listening to him talk about, food and stuff. I was like, bro, I feel that this guy can cook. Like,
Yeah.
I'm excited to taste this guy cook.
Dude,
bro.
he'll
Like,
just
that's
fuck
gonna be
around in
great.
the kitchen and whip something up, and it'll be the best thing I've had all year.
That's awesome.
And he's just fucking
That's
around.
awesome. That's awesome.
What fuck?
See, I think
What
I think I can cook until I can until I like run into somebody that can cook. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like really.
Dude,
cook.
I was just talking to this dude, like a friend of mine I've known for a long time, Aaron. He like ran into me in Target now like 2 times in like 2 weeks, so it seems like it's like the same day every week.
Yeah.
And he's
Yu-Gi-Oh
like,
Day?
huh?
Yu-Gi-Oh Day?
No, different type of guy. He's a machinist. He like makes parts and stuff for boats, actually, like gauges.
My brother's a machinist.
Oh, word.
Shout out at Brandon Chmielewski.
But so like he was talking to me and he's like, what episode should I listen to if I'm gonna listen to one? Like, what is your favorite? And I was like, dude, that's hard to say because like
Can't.
there'll be episodes that are like personally important to us that don't translate to other people because they don't have the experience with the person.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know. And then we got to talking about cooking, and I was like, well, Hilton like really cooks. And then he goes, can you cook? And I was like, I mean, I can cook things I
Edible.
can cook.
He can cook edible food.
I cook things for me
Yeah.
that I like, but I'm not sure that others would
Yeah.
like. But like Hilton cooks food that if you're alive, you like.
Yeah,
I'm serious, bro. Like he cooks a mean steak.
I'm curious to see like what your professional opinion is then on like the textures of food and like how that translates. And I asked this because Serena, she's like, I'm all about texture.
They do some crazy mixtures on their like menu that they got going on.
Yeah,
we do. I mean, it's like, I don't know, when you're putting together specials, it's like there's things that you want to hit, right? So it's like, you know, you have like some kind of starch or whatever you're doing, like grits or polenta or you know, quinoa or something like that. Yeah. And then you have whatever, if you're doing a seafood, you know, you're going to have like a soft kind of seafood, and then you have something kind of brighten everything up, and then you want crispy stuff on it. You know what I'm saying? So you're trying to hit all these bases when it comes to putting a dish together.
For sure.
And so that's the thing that takes time for me is like, I can come up with an idea of like a really good base and how to cook the fish or whatever, and how what kind of sauce I'm going to use or whatever. But for me, it's like the last little bit that I'm adding texture to it, right? So it's like either it's like crispy fried onions or shallots or something like that, or like like using coconut on the fish to give it kind of a crispy texture. You know, it's like shit like that racks my brain for a long time that I have to think about, because I can just come up with fucking, you know, throw together a sauce real quick and put it on fish and it's going to taste great. But like to create an entire dish takes a little bit longer, just because it's like trying to hit all those bases. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But for me, that's my favorite part. It's like I don't think there's a time, like, even though I have days off and I'm not at work, I'm still thinking of specials and stuff that I want to try. You know, like we just got in like a flat of prickly pears, which are like a cactus thing.
Yeah.
And we're like trying to figure out a, yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
Prickly pears.
Prickly pears. Yeah. So we're trying to figure out a fucking like a special to use these things for, right? Yeah. So it's like, for the past 3 days, that's what I've been thinking about, is trying to figure out how we can use, because you can't really use them as just a prickly pear, right? You've had like prickly pear like vodka and prickly pear like flavored stuff, but to use the actual fruit is a lot tougher. It's like they're really weird. They have a lot of seeds in them and shit, so a lot of people use them for jelly. So it's like we're trying to figure out how the fuck we can turn this into something that we could use and sell.
Couldn't you just make it like a topping for like a steak or something?
Yeah, but it's like not.
Or is it?
Well, no, but
no.
But
dude, you know what sounds good? Fucking pears and mashed potatoes.
What you doing?
Touching.
Get your hand on me. Fucking Jesus Christ! No, pears and mashed potatoes.
Bro, it's like it'd be like uppity city grits. No. You know what I'm saying?
What?
You said city grits?
You know what city grits are?
No, bro.
Do you know what city grits are?
No, dude.
It's where you have grits with cheese and bacon and onions.
I don't even eat normal grits, bro. That's actually one thing. Like we didn't really have grits.
You can't do grits.
Like, I never had grits, and they're not really.
Do you not like grits? Have you had them?
Is it a texture thing?
Have you had quality grits though?
Probably not,
bro.
Probably
city
not
grits?
By some standards,
dude. Go to another Broken Egg Cafe. Here's my city grits. It's like smoked.
Listen, people.
Grits, bro.
Listen, people. Okay, I'm gonna shed some light. Look, you go to places and you have like these really good mashed potatoes or really good like grits or like stuff like that. You don't use. I have gone to many people's houses and they're doing grits in the morning and they use water to cook their grits. Anything that calls for water, sub for chicken stock. Literally, that's it. That's all it. You use half chicken stock, half heavy cream, or milk if you got milk. And I promise to God, it will be 100 times better than just salt and water. Stop with the salt and water shit, people.
No, fuck. He doesn't make things for people on a diet. That's for sure.
No, dude. No, for sure. Don't do that. I mean, well, actually, right now,
I'm not really. Yeah, I don't know about my diet. We talked about my diet.
Actually, yeah, he's kind of like willy nilly, but he did just make some fucking pork.
Yeah, I did make some pork the other day. I like grilled and smoked like a couple pork tenderloins. Fire. I need to do that shit again, but I made like fried rice. Yeah, I did rice and Brussels sprouts, but I made extra fried rice because I had some pork and rice left over. Did some like broccoli and egg fried rice with some pork I had, and I'm gonna try it with cauliflower rice actually later. But yeah, dude, fucking, I love it, man. Food's one of the coolest. Well, I mean, for me, it's my favorite fucking thing. Not only to eat, but just to create with, because it's like so. Everybody's different when it comes to food, and so it's like you have this opportunity to hit or try and hit as many people as you can. And some foods aren't for everybody, but if I can make one person try something they wouldn't normally try and open their eyes on something, like grits, for example.
For sure.
You know, like, and be like, oh, shit, I've just been having them wrong. You know, that for me is like the shit.
Dude, there's a local place here called Chet's.
Mm-hmm.
Chet's Seafood?
Yeah, is it still open? On Navy, it was like kind of wrecked by hurricanes a few times. But I used to go there and get their cheese grits and their catfish, like deep fried catfish, and use it like chips and dip. Oh, dude. It was so good, bro. Because of the texture, you're talking about creamy, and then you're talking about salty. Yeah. And then you're like talking about hard, and you're talking about soft. It's like so many different things going on at the same time. Oh, so good.
Yeah. Southern fried food too is like a whole, bro.
Dude, like I look at some chefs and I'm like, you cook great. How the fuck do you stay in shape? Because you make things that taste out of this fucking world. Like that's why I understand like Maddie. Like, do you know who Maddie Matheson is?
Is that fat guy right there?
This guy right here.
The best human.
Dude, funny as fuck. Best chef, probably. I mean, in our vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Of all time.
For sure.
Cool.
Dude, and he's funny as fuck. Like this is a recipe book, and like. Just read fucking anything. Let's see.
His recipes, like when he writes his recipes down, it's basically him just talking. Yeah. So like his vibe is like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Like he's kind of that like punk rock kid, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's
so like his original cook, like his first one, bring them dips.
Dash
Drake. Like, his original one is like...
He goes, you might as well be asking yourself, why the fuck am I making a chapter about dips and purees or whatever these things are?
Yeah.
He's writing a book about it, bro. That's just who he is.
His original one, he's like... He talks about a couple recipes where he's like, I made this recipe when I was, like, doing blow with my homies at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I came up with this banging ass... Like, he's just upfront and honest about the whole thing, which I love. Like, that's I love, cool, you know... Yeah. And because it's like... restaurant industry that's the way it fucking is. You know what I'm saying? It's like that nitty gritty, kind of gnarly.
It's
shit.
grindy for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Dude, he's like, he needs to do fucking stand up.
I think he does.
Well, yeah, he's like playing with it right now, but like, I wish he was just fucking solid on that shit already. I mean, he has a show called Just a Dash. Did you just go over that? No. And then he has another show called.
He's got 4 shows. He's got Eat Out America. He's got Just a Dash. He's got Homestyle Cookery. And then he's got Stupid Fucking Cooking Show with producer.
But, dude, the best one is the Just Dash. Because it's like it's not...
just him.
It's not about just the food. Yeah. It's like the camera's on him, and he's talking, and he's doing his food, and then it'll be like inside his head. It'll like... do a little back and forth inside his head, and then it'll cut down to like a sit down interview with him, and then it'll cut to like his producer, like a sit down interview with her, and it's like them talking about like what went wrong that day. Like, it's just so fucking. It funny. Really is. And it's like 30-minute episodes online of like them making like fucking, so many different things.
Like, I'll have to check it out for sure.
Like a Hey Lucy, or what is it called? A Juicy Lucy.
The cheeseburger?
Yeah, with the cheese on the inside. Yeah. And then they did like a Nashville hot chicken. But it's like you come for the recipe, but you stay for the fucking content, dude. It's so fucking
good. And you had a good point last time too. It was like you look at you look at what he's cooking, and you're like, oh, dude, I'll never be into that or whatever.
Like, and he does like some like mushroom soup a la whatever the fuck. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't like mushrooms. Mm-hmm. But he gets like a quarter of the way in, and you're like, your mouth's watering. You're like, oh my god, that looks so good.
That's awesome. He's trying to change the whole like cooking show vibe too, because like old school fucking cooking shows is like, oh, you can do, it's like, fucking stupid ass shit. But now he's like, I love his whole outlook on the whole cooking show thing. It's like, just fucking do it, dude. Like, just do it and taste it, and like, that guy's awesome. I stay up to date on all his shit, and they do a podcast too. He does a podcast with
Truth Angels.
Truth Angels, yeah. Okay. You should check that.
I mean, he's a fucking comedian at heart, really. Yeah. I mean, that's really what it is, and he happens to be amazing at cooking.
For sure. Yeah. Hey man, You gotta find what works for you, bro.
What works for you?
What worked for me?
Yeah, like what is your thing? Like his is cooking, jiu-jitsu, yours is jiu-jitsu.
Mine's jiu-jitsu.
Do you have something else?
I clean windows like for a living.
But like, is that like fun?
I mean, I have a good time doing it. And ultimately, I guess the idea with that is to create somewhat of a self-sustaining business. Right. And if I can do that, you know what I mean? Like I'm set, kid's set. You know, we can figure out all the rest of the stuff. With jiu-jitsu, like if I can ultimately end up like teaching and making a living off of that, you know, in some way, shape, or form, like owning a gym or whatever, man, like it would be dope. But to get there, you know, it's grindy right now. Like, and before coming here, I was racking my brain like all day, just figuring out stupid apps that like would essentially help me like run my business better and stuff. But I don't mind like figuring out all that stuff. Like it's super cool for like you know, just random OCD stuff where I'm just, you know, wanting to something to respond better and figure out a different way to go about that or whatever the case may be. But man, I like window cleaning. It was great to me early on, and in the fact that the guy I worked for, he was fantastic, and he was in business probably like 23 years, 25 years before I started working for him. But he was a small company, but he was as like my daughter was about to be born, man, and he did a lot for me and my girlfriend at the time, you know, for Lauren at the time. So it was you know, it was super nice to feel that when I needed it, you know what I mean? And he said in the past too, you know, he saw a little like himself in me because he had a kid at a young age too, which that's also I guess where I get a lot of like my pay it forward kind of mentality, you know, and if I can do that for somebody else, man, like I definitely will. And you know, I just want to leave a little mark on the world, and you know, just
clean that little mark off.
Clean that little mark off, man. I
don't look at the windows here.
I mean, I'll get
no, for real. Look at the window real quick. Just it's right in the middle.
Professional.
Ooh, oh, they're gnarly, bro.
You're like you got a eco-verse or whatever they're called on the fucking
ecosystem.
I'm a clean out like you're. At least this window
At
one
least
time.
At least this
on
window.
the house, just to show you how shitty your window is.
Just to show you like a difference. And I had a client today that actually called me. She's waiting on some roof stuff to be done before I can like kind of finish up her house. But I cleaned her just kind of the roof of her front porch entryway.
Yeah.
And the one you showed me the other day.
Yeah. And it's on my Instagram or on the company's Instagram and stuff. But there's a lot of little bugs and stuff and kind of the stuff that nobody wanted to do. And she said that they had tried scrubbing some stuff and they had tried a bunch of other things and just didn't work. Well, I called her today. She loved it. She loved the work. She thought it was insane. And I asked if her husband had seen it and she was like, no, but I sent pictures of it to him and he was amazed. And she was like, what do you use on the windows? Because then I cleaned the windows immediately out there, and I just cleaned the outside surface of it just kind of as a whatever thing. Because they got messed up in cleaning the ceiling. And she was blown away. She was like, I can't believe the difference it makes. And it's like, it's almost stuff like that. Like, you obviously get instant gratification from cleaning something that is dirty. And if like, your mind can you know, just have a good time doing that. Like, that's pretty chill. Like, and I
it's like almost like meditative, I assume.
Yeah, definitely. And
because you can get lost in the activity and just be like, this is all I need to do.
I'll definitely do that from time to time. If it happens, mostly it's gonna be happening like when I'm cleaning lights. Like I've done a ton of chandeliers, and that's even small hanging crystal pieces that need to be taken off and walk down a ladder and clean down here and then
that's so
place back up.
Work,
and nobody wants to do it. But then at the end of the day, if somebody has that kind of stuff and they need it cleaned, you know, they're gonna pay somebody to do it. You know, and I'd rather it be
what is that like rich ass neighborhood in Pensacola? It's Spanish Trail or Fort or something. There's like a rich neighborhood around downtown, or on the way down like 12th. You know what I'm talking about? It's like $1 million houses.
It's down 12th.
God, I want to.
I'll head down there one day. And I'll check it out.
I could show you around a little bit.
I'm
like,
all over this place right now, like trying to find neighborhoods that, you know, driving through. I'm kind of peeking through these neighborhoods. Like, okay, who's got houses for one? That
I mean, downtown area, like East Hill kind of stuff, would be the place to go. Because right now it's blowing up so much.
Yeah.
Like East Hill is being taken over with new homeowners trying to do new stuff down there, and that would be the
development
place to
everywhere.
Dude, just driving to where a trailer
dude, it'd
lives
be
the other
sick
day.
if he could get on Palafox, just businesses wise.
Yeah, for sure.
And it'll all come, man.
You know what you do? You know what you do? You go into work Monday and be like, the fucking windows outside look like shit, dude.
Dude,
do we have a guy? And be like, and then you go, don't worry about it, I got a guy.
Dude, we have had
And
the
then you're
same
just like,
dude.
bam!
You
bro.
do got a
The
guy.
same- I mean, I'll
You
do
got a
it.
guy.
I'll do it.
Hey,
but we've had the same dude for like 15 years down there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
And
cleaning the
that's-
windows.
See, and that's what's more prominent down here from what I'm seeing.
You know where he
Is
lives?
like,
Maybe we make a little visit.
I mean,
Break a little glass. I don't know.
regular guy.
Break a little glass. We'll blow ass.
so like that was one of the first things too I asked, like obviously up at Max Fit, but they, you know, she had said that they had somebody, and I was like, I left it completely alone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna try to like take business from other people, but kind of what I've noticed is the fact that the ones that are out there, they're sticking strictly to storefronts and or commercial stuff that's just kind of easier. You know what I mean? It is definitely easier. And you don't need to worry about like taking care of somebody's floor. You know what I mean? You don't need to worry about somebody's dog maybe barking at you or something like that. But it was in like taking care of clients and seeing how my boss in Milwaukee took care of his clients. First class window cleaning, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Hey. Shout out your boy.
Man, it was just a level of like conscientious like customer service that I had seen while I was working at restaurants and stuff, and just being like a nice guy to people, but applying that to taking care of somebody's property. And it was like, okay,
That shit goes a long fucking way, dude.
Exactly.
Especially in the South, man.
Exactly.
Like, cause that's like the South is all about respecting. You know what I'm saying?
And
like it's all kind of
really,
that. Like,
really, really cool, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely
that
something
shit goes longer than like if you, which I'm not saying you would do, but I'm saying if you don't do a great job, but the person who does it is respectful.
Yeah.
And you're respectful towards that person, be like, hey, dude, like, sorry. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you kind of missed this or you didn't do this right. Yeah. And if you're respectful about the whole thing, it's like, I mean, most of the time the job is going to get done, period. But, like, just being respectful and being a good person as far as, you know, customer service and stuff. Yeah. That shit goes longer than almost the job you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Respect in the South is like biscuits and gravy, bro. It's like
in the South.
In the South, yeah. It's like the fucking.
It's definitely.
It's
a staple, bro.
And that's. I've heard horror stories, man. Like I've heard of other window cleaning companies where they've had an employee of theirs actually going through medicine cabinets.
Yeah.
Of you know the house they're supposed to be cleaning and. Chances are, you know what I mean. If you're buying window cleaning, if you're purchasing window cleaning, it's a boutique type service. It's something it's not as much as I'd like to think it's a trade in my head, because I treat it like such, in my professionalism. But it's a boutique service, meaning it's paid for essentially by disposable income. You know what I mean, from either the corporate level or the residential level and stuff.
We don't have any.
If you don't, if you don't have the extra money, you're not even worried about spending money on your windows. You know what I mean? Let alone, you know what I mean, on other shit too. You know.
I feel you, because it's never been a thought.
Exactly.
I've never once thought about that. I saw the windows and I cleaned the ones that I can see out of, and then I was like, right?
That's good.
I've had folks do for sure. Since getting out, are like, I've never heard of that before. Like, and I grew up in crazy big houses, and we just cleaned them on our own. I was like, I mean, whatever. I bet they look like shit. You know what I mean?
He just rose it and walks away. He goes, yeah, I bet they look like shit. Here's my card. I'm out of this.
You know what I mean? And
Give me a call.
I'll only say that to you know my people and stuff. Yeah. But if it gets to a point where somebody's in a position to pay for it, and they can't do it themselves, they'll pay somebody for it.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And they want somebody that'll, you know, play with their dog and, you know, not steal their pills. So, quite honestly, you know,
Pills in Florida is a big market, so
Apparently.
don't touch the pills.
Yeah.
Don't touch the pills.
I wanted to get away from all that, like where we live in Minnesota, unfortunately, too, had like a lot of a drug problem and stuff. So
Word.
you know, it affected you know, a lot of friends and stuff we had up there, which is sad to see, you know. But,
Yeah.
we're, you know, obviously not to be bringing up pills from that, but yeah, like that's dude.
You're like, but if you're looking
cleaning
for
is-
some pills.
No.
Seen that big boat in the back. What do you think on that big boat?
Window cleaning straight, man. And like you said, it is meditative in the fact of like I can just kind of take my time with stuff, and over the years I've gotten like fast at it too. So with being able to just kind of buckle down and do it, I can do it and get it done well the first time, where I'm not, you know, taking a bunch of time per window, per thing I'm doing. So
Is this as far as like charging goes? Is this like a per window type thing, or is it like a job?
It would be a per window kind of thing. And I bid each job individually.
Okay.
So I get.
So you
out
go out and
there.
take a look at everything before and like kind of walk through and.
Yeah, it gives me an idea for one. Well, for one, I need to know how the window opens in order to charge them correctly, and two, aesthetically I need to look at the window to see if it's a single pane of glass or if it's cut up, because it's not even, and when explaining pricing to people, I tell them all the time, it's not even so much the size of the glass, it's either what I need to do to get to it or how many individual windows there are, like how many like corner surfaces I need to actually detail.
Gotcha.
Because it's corner surfaces and stuff that's where water remains after I do squeegee the window.
Yeah.
So that's where you gotta, you know, make sure you're doing everything.
How long would that window take for you to clean?
This one?
I mean,
Let's see what we got.
There's hella.
4, 6,
There's
8, 10,
hella.
12.
See,
Hella
these
panels.
are okay.
16
These
on
are
top.
internal grids though.
Oh, so there's
those
no.
are those I just clean the outside surface, the inside surface of the top. You know, if there's a screen, there's probably a screen on the outside.
There's probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
So then I clean the
Should've
top,
got-
the inside,
yeah.
top, the bottom.
He got such a good deal because they said it came with no
They
screens.
took the screens when they left.
They're like, we're going
Like,
to
I'm
give you
taking the
this
fucking
deal,
screens.
but we're taking
They
these
didn't want the
screens.
microwave, but they wanted them screens.
Yeah, they left
No,
the stove and the fridge.
Dude, I heard something weird that like you have to have screens in Florida. Is that true?
What?
Fuck if I know, man.
Dude,
If you have to, where are those police?
Yeah.
I am
Where's
about to
the
call it on
screen?
every
Like,
dude.
Not in compliance.
My neighbors ain't got no screen. You better come get their ass.
That's
Yeah,
weird,
they're
bro.
over here wilding with no
I don't-
screen.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I-
screen.
You heard the fucking myth too that
I
you
just-
can't cut the fucking tag off your mattress?
no,
You've
that's a
heard
myth.
this,
I
though,
know
right?
Yeah, that's a myth.
Yeah, that's definitely. I was like, it literally on the tag though says it's against the law to
Yeah.
cut it.
No,
Why?
it's against the law for somebody who hasn't bought the mattress to cut it.
I have never
It
bought a
says,
mattress, bro.
Like, did
But
you?
then it's
if
the
you
same for like a
yeah.
shirt then, huh?
yeah,
You just cut that motherfucker off and walk out with it.
yeah, okay,
It's just-
They didn't even have one.
yeah. This says nothing on it.
But why would they do that?
I don't
Why
know. It's a
would
weird
that
thing to
say it's
state.
against the law?
That'd be like, don't drive this car if it's not yours. That's illegal, and have a tag on a car. Like, bitch, I know that's illegal.
Yeah.
I don't
Wait,
know.
what?
I have no idea.
That
Maybe it has to do with just
Was there like a big
knowing.
tag cutting spree back in the day, and they're like,
Must
we gotta
have.
make
That was
newer
like the late
tags for this.
60s. Everything was
trying
going
to-
crazy. There was lots of cocaine involved. Everybody was cutting tags and shit.
I was trying to evaluate it.
That's
in-
where
They
all
control the
Florida's
world.
Yeah,
in a logical sense. And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, everybody's just on cocaine cutting tags.
Cutting
It was a
tags,
horrible time.
yeah. It's called.
in American history.
It was a weird time, bro. They were stealing screens around that time too.
Stealing screens, cutting tags.
That's why
Hey, man,
fucking
they can-
the Night Stalker could just come in the house, bro. There's no screen.
Oh, screens.
The screen would at least give you 15 minutes to hear him trying to come in, and you could like hide or something.
Yeah. I don't know, man. All in all, that window would take me less than like 5 minutes to clean.
Really?
Word.
Yeah. Like inside, outside too. You know, it's simple. That's simple stuff.
And it's like messless. Like you're not
and that-
creating a big mess.
It's it's contained in the fact that with any like there is water
The way
that
you
like
said
needs to drip down and stuff like that,
Yeah.
but it's in my contracts and
the way
stuff
you
that
said that, dude, was
like
perfect.
swills will be.
You're like,
It's-
well,
I mean,
it's
it's messy, but just here.
yeah,
But that's it.
exactly.
but it's clean
That was
upable.
but I can clean it,
Yeah,
dude. That was awesome.
Hey man, I gotta be honest with the people,
Dude,
man.
yeah.
You gotta
Look.
be honesty is the best policy, man.
we were just laughing hard earlier, and you thought we were laughing at you, but
No.
we were laughing at him because last night he showed me a picture of somebody at a restaurant, and it's at the restaurant he works at, and he's like this, he goes, I can't even. he goes. I like we're looking at it at the same time, so it's not like he got to it before me.
Yeah.
We're like actively looking at it at the same time. He goes, "That's that global girl. That's that global girl." Like he repeats it twice. Like I'm right here.
Dude,
I'm right here. I heard you.
That's
Hey,
that's
man.
a global.
That's that global girl.
It
That's that
happens
global girl.
It happens sometimes, man. You get the brain going. I get it,
Bro,
I get it, man. I get it.
bro, I'm about to blow your mind for a split second.
Is it window?
What it is, Hope?
What it is, ho? And what's
What's
up?
I need to get window cleaning stuff on.
Bro, you know I
need
told
to
you
get
I was gonna
videos.
send you a video.
I need to get videos up.
This is that
Let me
video
clean
I was
windows.
gonna
Of
send
cleaning
you.
Windows?
Oh, oh yeah.
It's fine.
Final.
You've never seen that
Yeah,
before?
I seen it. I've
Okay.
seen it now.
Dude,
Best video.
look how much I watch it. Like it's in every other video or something. Like I bring that shit. I
love
seriously.
how right next is like, did I tear a muscle or
Yeah, dude.
That was from.
the other day?
Dude, my fucking
Is it
legs.
still
I was
messed
in the
up? Yeah,
fucking
that's so
hot
He
bad.
tub. Or
was
the
on
hot tub.
WebMD,
I was in the,
like, fuck, I gotta go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Now.
I was in the fucking tub and he walked in and I'm sitting there watching these things and my leg is fucked.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how to tell if it's like LCL or MCL? And I'm pretty sure it's LCL. Because it's on the outside for sure.
Yeah.
And then fucking Ginger walks up and like the computer almost falls in the water. Cause I'm in the tub. This leg's out because it's tattooed.
Yeah.
And then this leg's in, and the computer's sitting here like barely on the edge of the tub. And I start playing the fucking. I broke my back. My back is broken. And then it starts to fall in, and I'm like, man, I'm having a rough moment right now. In pieces, bro. Yeah, dude, I was
And then I
worried.
shattered his pool dreams too. You're like, I think I'm gonna go swim or
Dude.
something.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god,
He
we
goes-
both forgot about
He
that.
goes, I was like, why is your other leg out? And he goes, I can't get salt water in the tattoo. And I go, and you're gonna go swimming in chlorine later? And he
And I
goes,
was like, yeah, but it's.
but
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you probably,
I was
you
like,
probably,
Yeah,
did.
yeah, right on that.
We were
Yeah.
both. I think we were both pretty bummed too at that point. We were like, damn.
Yeah, I was like, damn. Because I was like,
Left
it
to
would
wait.
be good to get good
For
work
sure, dude.
in
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your leg just moving around in different motions. And I was like, man, that would be the healthiest way to, instead of that fucking stair stepper or a bike. The bike isn't even that bad either, but I just hit the fucking stair stepper for like an hour and then did like body squats, but
Body squat.
broke
Just
the
to be able to
fucking
like
stair
move,
stepper.
yeah, just to be able to move without your body weight
Yeah.
on top of that, or at
Yeah.
least less body
Taking
weight.
some of
that's
that pressure
extremely
off of it.
helpful.
Dude, I'm telling you,
too.
watching some of these fucking dudes talk about it though, you're like, be more interesting when you're talking about it. Like, there's these two guys I watched. They're supposedly the most.
Tony Hinchcliffe and Roman Reigns.
They're. Where the fuck is it? It's like the two most coolest doctors online or something is what they go by.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
already not a fan.
It's Bob and Brad. But listen how fucking crazy they are when they start this. Cool.
No, that's cool. Apex Legends. That's great.
Yeah. Not a sponsor. But they're not cool at all, by the way.
Woo!
Oh man,
Broken crayon, still
Like,
color,
I
bro.
started watching this and I was like,
inspirational.
What?
I was like, this motherfucker is about to be stand up.
Are they trying to say they are broken crayons?
I think so.
No, I think this is inspiration. Like, if you have a broken fucking knee, yeah, you can still fucking get around or something. I don't know. Listen to them.
No, though.
Listen to how fucking cocky they are. Not cocky, but like, they're at it. It's like they got cocaine from him.
In our opinion, of course, Bob, how to tell
What?
if your knee pain is meniscus or a ligament injury.
Homeboy on the right thinks he knows more than the other guy, and he kind of does call him out a few times, like he was wrong.
Right. And we will, Bob. By the way, if you're new to our channel, please take a
Also,
second to subscribe to us. We
This
provide
guy's a medical doctor, right?
Both of
Right?
them.
Yeah.
Why t-shirt and
Not even a
tiny
sentence.
shorts?
Well, also, sure doesn't even make sense. Strong like
Strong
bull.
like bull. No, that's from
I like
like a
his center
movie or
part.
something, ain't it?
I don't know.
Strong like bull.
Anyways, yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's. It's
Yeah,
not that
this guy's-
entertaining. It's all right.
Bro, there's some wild shit, dude.
So you
What
think
is-
it's your LCL then?
I really do. I think
good,
it's
bro.
sprained.
Okay.
But, I mean, already today it feels a lot better. So I feel like
Yeah.
by Monday I'll be able to do the cardio class again.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to
be
give...
careful.
Huh?
Be careful, bro.
Yeah, dude, I'm
Be
going to...
careful for sure.
Have you had any, like, serious injuries with jiu-jitsu?
It was a rib injury that took me out like a month and a half when I actually right as I first started, like a weekend.
Damn.
A weekend.
Like,
I was
"Yeesh,
like,
this
"Man,
might
is
not be for me."
horrible."
You're like, this is fucking bad ass.
It
And
was
you're
great.
like,
I had a great time. Yeah.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, but I've messed around with like knee stuff before. It's just not one of the ones.
What was
but,
it?
Uh,
Like, was something catching inside, or was it like a
it was
overextension?
it was a
feeling,
ligament.
yeah.
It was a ligament thing, but instead of mine being on the outside, mine was on the inside. And it was just again like kind of that same movement how you kind of did, but I don't know. It was.
By the way,
something-
for the
something
record,
popped,
I
whatever.
got the choke, so like,
Oh yeah,
I got
yeah,
the tap.
Obviously, bro.
I mean, yeah, or just to give up credit, he did armbar me earlier in the roll.
Wait, you did
No.
this? Was you?
No,
guys?
no. This is Pretty Joe
Pretty
Fernando.
Joe Fernando, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
that guy.
But like, honestly, was not his fault, or it's not like he was doing out of cruel intent or anything. I shouldn't have put my leg in a position where it was so easily twistable, and I shouldn't have been trying to take his back without getting my knee more out
Loose.
of position. Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
I should have, because I do that move a lot. He was so sunken in on it that I was like, that's cool. It's not going to tap me, because it wasn't going to tap me from that. And I've
Yeah.
never had my knee pop from that position. So it was like, that was
Yeah.
new to me. Like, whoa.
That could have happened from that.
I knew it
position.
could happen, but it
Yeah.
was new to me that my body,
What was it?
It happened-
from? What were you doing? What did?
he had me on like an outside heel hook.
Okay.
So like both
Yeah,
his
yeah,
legs are, and then my leg is right here, and everything else is free.
Mhm.
So I'm like, cool. I'm just going to take his back.
Yeah.
Because I can, and I do that move all the fucking time. So I just grab their shoulder or their lapel from, like, typically their outside shoulder, and I just pull them around, kind of like a truck ride where you extend your legs.
Yeah.
And my leg just wasn't free enough, or
Yeah, I didn't know where
I was
you-
under the impression it was freer than it was.
Yeah.
More-
I didn't
more
like
free,
see it
that's
happen,
fine.
obviously. Yeah, and I didn't know positionally like where you were.
Yeah,
But I know it wasn't from like him cranking on something. It was from
Yeah, it wasn't
from you.
Yeah, like
just-
like I told
Shitty
Tony, like,
situation.
hey, I'm not gonna be able to teach because like I can barely walk today.
Mhm.
And he's like, who hurt you? And I was like, Pretty Joe. And then he's like, I'm gonna get him next time. And I was like, no, it wasn't his fault. It was my fault. I was in a bad position. I mean, he was only doing what he should have did. But honestly, like, if you're in that position and I'm starting to take your back, you should just bail out on that.
Yeah.
Because I'm already out
already
enough
out of
that you're not
going.
heel hooking me. There's no like fear of that. So you should really try to turn into me and get your knee and frame. But I mean, I just now in the last year or so got good enough that I can imagine what I'm talking about when I'm saying it. Like back in the day, I used to like sit and watch people talk about jiu-jitsu and me have like no fucking idea. I'm like, I don't know.
That's obviously extremely important for you, teaching and stuff.
Yeah.
That's number one. I mean, I was still like when Serena was starting out, and she was asking me and stuff. I had a real hard time too, like at sometimes, like being able to like articulate
also
that stuff.
doesn't
And,
help-
too, and I wasn't even in for a long time. Like I wasn't even training for a long time at that point.
Yeah.
Like
It also doesn't help that there's like 1,000 fucking names and nobody like there's
Yeah.
different systems. So even if it's the same exact move, it depends on the gym that you're at, the name of that move.
For sure.
Which is dumb. Because, like, a touchdown is a fucking touchdown in the fucking
Period.
Steelers Stadium versus the Cowboy Stadium.
Doesn't
A
matter.
fucking defensive back is a defensive back is a fucking defensive back.
I mean,
It's annoying that it's like that. I get it because, like, there's no gi gyms and then there's fucking gi-oriented gyms. And then there's some that's
not
like...
to mention the Japanese background
Yeah.
of, and all the,
There's, like,
Japanese names for stuff.
There's
too.
Japanese jiu-jitsu, there's Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and now what people are claiming American jiu-jitsu. Dude, it should just be fucking jiu-jitsu.
I agree. I completely agree.
Like, there's too much, like... I mean, I get there's different
They're
variations.
just styles of play.
Yeah.
Like, at that point, you know what I mean? I compare it to... I watch soccer a lot. I played soccer coming up. And I was super into it, and I would watch different, European leagues and stuff like that because... I mean, MLS, like it's great, but it's not as captivating as the European leagues throughout the course of the year. At least not what I found, and just in between the different leagues, you could see the different styles of play between the different nationalities of the managers, at that given
The way
time.
they play,
in
they
that
grew up
club, you know what I
playing,
mean? And they're at a level where if they don't perform, they obviously lose their jobs, and stuff.
Right.
So. I don't know, man. I thought I saw all that stuff on Flow, and it was.
I
That
thought
was
that
just
volume was off my bad.
I saw all that stuff too on Flow, where everybody was talking about American Jiu-Jitsu and Brazilian.
Yeah,
Jiu-Jitsu,
you saw
whatever.
that?
Yeah.
Isn't that
It was
supposed to be a documentary that's coming out, or was that just that little 15-minute?
I don't know.
I also like no offense, and if I ever blow up and become something big in jiu-jitsu, like Keenan's
Well-
just not been my vibe because
No.
he has such a like. I mean, I like picking his brain, like hearing the shit he has to say, just so I'm like aware of different
Yeah.
points of view. But like, he just seems like elitist in a weird way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, Keenan Cornelius?
Yeah, he approaches a lot of things in like a business, kind of
Yeah.
marketing mindset, which
But he also
obviously
comes-
it's been successful for him,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
definitely the thing. You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
definitely a time and place for it. I
yeah,
feel
and
like.
he's. I mean,
He just opened a gym, Legion.
I'd assume, and I don't know. I'd assume they have because of the quality of people that obviously he brought with over, from Atos and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
DC just got his black belt from him, didn't he? So
Yeah, DC. What the fuck is his last name? It's like
Yeah.
Argelanius.
Yeah, whatever.
Or something.
um,
Dude looks beast.
But like he's a
Yeah.
beast, man. I don't know. I think since they've been open, has there been a Worlds though? Like a gi Worlds?
One of his blue belts just won like Pans. What is his name, dude?
There wasn't gi Worlds last year though, was it?
No, I think the only major one since like it went Pans last year, and I think it went off,
They
and then
did- they
Pans
didn't-
again this year. I think they did nothing else in between, because this has been the first major one, which just happened over the weekend, and it was Pans, and
Yeah.
one of his old training partners, like, I hate to say it, but like choked out a killer, bro.
Oh, really?
There's this crew called Daisy Fresh, and they're all murderers.
It was.
They're just fucking killers.
It actually, and it wasn't my training partner. Unfortunately, it was actually my brother's current training partner
Oh,
at where he trains, which is.
And he got
from
him in a
Wisconsin.
Dars,
Dude.
and like it was like the video was a minute and 15, and he was like, "My boy just won," and I was like, "Crazy."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Give me his name. I'm gonna look it up." Looked it up. I didn't know it was that quick and that like decisive. Dude just made a sloppy mistake and put his arm out a little too
Yeah.
far, and he just swooped up. I mean, it was quick, and he was out. Like out. He didn't tap. He was out.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
And like when he let go of his body and he walked away because he was so happy, he was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, he
The
like
dude
went
was
to his
like-
hands and knees, and Buddy was over there like twitching by the referee, and then
I
the
was like,
referee like started checking on him, and
"Dang."
that was where it cut out. But yeah, dude, and
I mean,
Buddy's
and he's a
monster.
Yeah, a monster, bro.
Like,
That's wild, dude.
and them boys train hard too. So I can, but
They
my brother
live
too said
basically
that.
in the gym.
Yeah.
My brother too said that about Mock, and he was like, "Man, he's just different." He said, "I said that from the first time." He was
Yeah.
like, "Dude is just a monster, though." So, and I'd imagine it's like David, here, if a cat's just different, he's just different. You know what I mean? And
Dude, so like at the tournament, there was like a blue belt absolute, and the winner takes home $1,000 at our tournament, right? So I'm not blue anymore, but like homeboy's blue. So I was like, dude, you should do it. I'll give you $5, you know. But it was just a joke. But like we were watching the blue belt divisions, and I was reffing, and Cam, the dude that we're gonna have on, that's Josh's like disciple. He got to the final with this.
And he's a beast, bro.
Dude, yeah.
He is a beast.
Yeah. He's a dude that looks like the Terminator in the background.
Oh, yeah.
He's just like
Wow,
murderous
motherfucker,
looking.
Yeah.
I mean, shout out to you, Cam, bro.
Dude,
I'm a fan for sure, bro.
Dude, I pulled Cam aside during that tournament too, like it just completely out of nowhere, bro. Like, and I was talking with DJ and Serena and stuff, and I seen Cam walk by, and we just linked eyes for like half a second. I was like, hey, bro, I want to say, dude, you're a beast, bro. Like, I just had to tell him,
Dude,
like,
he looks
I had
like
to I had to give credit, man, but.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm trying to get at this absolute. I was like, hey, you gonna do big things, bro.
So,
Like,
bro, he looks like he is one of those Terminators that turns liquid. Like their hands will turn liquid knife and they could fucking cut you or some shit. Yeah. Like the dude from the first one where he was being shot and his head blew off and then it came back.
Yeah.
He looks like
that
he has that in
ability.
him or something. Yeah, like
Yeah.
I remember like
not gonna hurt him.
reffing and I was reffing the mat behind him, right? And Emily and Paige, because like Paige was running one of the tables, and Emily is one of the girls that trains at my gym. They were like, "Who the fuck's taking their shirt off over there?" Cam's over there taking his shirt off right before his fucking match, and they're like, "Why are they taking their shirt off?" And I was like, "Well, there's benefits to it, but also look at him, fucking shredded."
Yeah, my guy. Shit,
And,
yeah.
But he
I
got
look like
to,
that. I wouldn't be walking around with a shirt on either.
He got to the fucking
to the
final,
final.
and
after winning his division,
so there was a guy
Yeah.
there that was a 15-year-old green belt. Which green means like there's juvenile colors, and then whenever you get to 16, you start adult colors, so you can go blue and up, right? Yeah. Well, he was green still. He's 15, and they didn't have anybody in its division, so they're like, I mean, you can compete in the blues, and he's like, all right, wrecked everyone.
Are you serious?
Mop the whole
Everyone.
15?
Mop the
Everyone.
whole
Where was he from?
The Cam thing he didn't mop. It was like
that went by decision, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like
But
he
he won
mopped
on- he won on
Cam up or
points,
anything.
yeah.
But to get there, he had to win his division and then win throughout that absolute.
What the fuck?
And
word.
oh no, dude.
Word.
Yeah, dude, it was just wild.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. So where's this kid from?
I don't know the name of his gym, honestly.
Is it from? It's around this area though.
his
huh?
name? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like Fort Walton area.
Yeah, something like that.
That's
But
wild.
But he's 15 and
but-
yeah, I
he's
peeped it. I
fucking-
You
peeped
see
his
something like that,
Instagram.
and you're like,
Let me pull.
Kid's
Well, and
got
he also has like a wrestling background, I believe, a sambo background, I believe. So like he's been grappling for
Yeah.
quite a while, but
saying his first rodeo.
but he's, I mean, I don't know when this kid grew, but he's getting into a man body. You know what I mean? Like it seems like he ain't done.
He
growing
got
yet.
promoted to blue belt on this stage.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
Like it was a very, very impressive performance, and the way he did it looked like he was composed the entire time.
I mean, he's
You know what I
fucking.
mean?
He's got
Crazy.
all kinds of shit on this thing. I mean, look at the fucking dudes he's wrestling. Like even bigger than him. Look
Yeah,
at,
he's composed.
Wow.
I mean, obviously he's been an athlete his whole life.
Yeah.
This
Jesus
kid- this
Christ, he's
kid's
about to
got
fucking
it.
murder this guy.
Oh no.
He's taking flight.
Yeah, man.
But his last name is Mercado. If I'm
Yeah.
butchering that, dude, I'm sorry. Mercado?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, like. And
Damn,
he
that's
must have.
wild.
He just got his fucking green and black on
But then you got promoted
February
to blue.
5th. Yeah, I mean, dude, fucking Sydney had to be given every belt because at some point it's like, dude, you might be blue or purple level good at such a young age, but you tap out of belts. Like you just,
Yeah.
you'll experience out of belts, and then you have to wait for an age.
Yeah.
Like I think.
So, but that's
Sydney
what I'm saying
got
is when
hurt.
he's only 15. But how did he get his blue then?
you can override that system. It's just not going to be.
It's just not going to be like
recognized at
in-
like IBJJF or
Yeah.
like a major national.
Gotcha.
They will not.
Yeah, just until he hits that age. You know what I mean?
So, but when he
like
turns
Nikki
60,
Ryan had purple, I think at 15, and they
Yeah.
they obviously he doesn't give a shit to compete in IBJJF, but like they wouldn't recognize it, so he couldn't compete at like Worlds or something.
right?
So it's like he's like, okay, I don't care. I'll just fucking choke out black belts.
But
in the
but
fucking
whenever
gym.
you make that change to 16, it's automatic. You don't have to go back through the belts,
mean,
right?
it's-
It's like
it's-
you.
You
Yeah.
will
kinda-
never go from like a green black belt to a white belt. You'll
Okay,
almost typically always go to a blue.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if you're starting at a new gym, yeah, you're probably gonna go right to white until they see and figure
Like,
out really quickly. Like
yeah.
this dude's murdering everyone. Like
Yeah,
we gotta figure something.
Let's get him out of this class.
It'd probably be a rare situation, or at least they'd know too, like that you were coming in as like, if you're moving or relocating as a 15-year-old, you know what I mean? Like you've obviously been in it for a while. If you've
Right.
been a green belt, and then
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu is going to be a focus, so they'll talk to, I'm sure, the professors and stuff like at the school prior to the. You
Wow,
know,
I didn't see
kid
this
actually
before,
starting
but
training
this
and
was
stuff, so.
at the last one. That was not this very time, but that was the time before too.
wow.
That was not this,
Yeah, man. He's,
unfortunately.
hey,
I mean, it is what it is.
it is what it is, dude.
Yeah.
Some guys, you know.
They got it, bro.
Good for them. Those are the guys that like I wanna maybe, you know, hopefully run into one day. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like train like from you know, that juvenile level. Like that'd be
Yeah.
insane, bro. To like
yeah, to
watch them
have
grow.
somebody
Like
like
seeing
that.
and you see it, you definitely see it like on Instagram and stuff like that. Like the
Yeah.
high level schools and stuff that I do
Yeah.
follow. They have a couple guys that you know,
Like you
had
see
them
certain
since
people
white
that
belt and
have the
stuff.
talent to do things like that. That you're like, man, if they just put some shit together
Yeah.
or stick with it. You'll one never have to work again in your life because you'll just be a sponsored
Exactly,
athlete,
bro.
Yeah.
and then you can go into seminars and fucking tours and all kinds of shit.
Yeah.
And then you got like, I hope their body sticks with it. Like I hope their body can withstand.
Handle.
Like
all
I
of
sent you that fucking diagram this
Yeah,
morning.
man.
Like they have somebody, I don't know who did this, but created like a diagram of like the casual jiu-jitsu athlete does if they train 3 times a week to get their black belt. Like in 10 years, they'll do 1,560 sessions. That's just the average
And that's
person,
3
right?
times a week, every week.
Yeah.
Every year.
Now, one training volume of a casual is reached in February, so it only takes like a pro jiu-jitsu athlete a month and a half to reach what they take a year.
Less
So
than,
they
less
can-
than 3 months.
Yeah, well, February,
Yeah,
so a
yeah,
month
yeah.
and a half.
Yeah.
So a pro athlete in jiu-jitsu will do 9,360 by the time they become.
That's calculated with training 2 times a day and teaching 1 time a day, 6 days a week,
yeah, like
every week.
the amount of change. But the casuals
and
are
obviously-
realistically like us.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people that work for a living, and like maybe we do more than that, but that's probably on average what we'll end up doing in our lifespan.
But they're
Crazy,
out there for sure, bro. Like,
That's gnarly.
because if you're thinking like 3 times a week, I mean there's 52 weeks, so if you're doing 3 times a week, you're doing like 106 or sorry,
150?
156.
yeah.
I mean that's fair. 156 times a year.
1560.
Yeah.
Makes you want to train more.
It does. I mean,
You start looking at
dude,
it
we
like,
definitely do more than that though. Like
we do.
I do Monday,
We have
Tuesday,
been.
Wednesday, do Fridays, Sundays. So that's 5 days. So 5 days. Yeah, whatever, dude.
And that's another thing
2,500.
too. That's so advantageous for us being here and being as close to the gym as we are. Like a 12-minute drive for us. Like we used to drive 40 minutes to the gym.
I know that
in
life.
Minnesota.
I've done that my
Yeah,
entire
I
jiu-jitsu
say,
life.
yeah.
I know.
I've
Hey, man,
the closest
pick a
I've ever been.
closer
Where-
gym,
The
dude.
closest
Where-
I ever been to Remedy is right now, or
That's
to any gym I've ever trained at has
Yeah.
been right now.
Mm-hmm.
And
guess who gave him
I
that
teach at
opportunity?
the
Yeah.
opposite gym. Yeah.
Guess who gave him that opportunity?
I would. Yeah. I mean.
I guess that means we need to wrap this
That's
shit because
fucking
we're
guy.
making a full circle. Like,
Full circle, baby.
Made
Love
it back
it.
around.
Good shit.
yeah, bro.
man.
So this is gonna come out in 2 parts.
Yeah.
We're gonna split it, but
Dos partidos.
could not thank you enough for coming on.
Yeah, dude.
Like since the moment I met you, you've been so cool.
Yeah, man. You've been amazing, man, and the gym's been amazing, and honestly, like the people at the gym have had nothing but excuse me, nice things to say about you too. You know what I mean? Like you get it, you know. And I feel like if you're a good person, you know, the world's gonna give you good people around you too. So if this you know isn't that, bro, like I don't know what is. And I really do appreciate you guys even for having me on. Like,
dude.
and I was just kind of hanging out, but whenever, man, whenever we like y'all are great. I love watching. Y'all are, you know.
Thank you.
Y'all are super awesome.
We really
man.
do
Hell
appreciate it, man. It's like
we definitely
big
have
fucking
to
deal.
have that cookout soon.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
We're gonna
I mean,
have
you'll
to
be
do
coming to the Some People Suck Fest, but
Yeah,
we
we'll
gotta
get-
have the one at yours.
Yeah, we'll make that one happen too.
Yeah, dude, we'll have to do that for sure. Before we wrap, do you want to plug business stuff or Instagram?
Anything.
Any of that?
Yeah, man.
Website, anything you got?
I mean, it's Gulfview Window Cleaning. It's found on Instagram. I'm on Facebook for those that use Facebook, but it's on the web. GulfviewWindowCleaning.com.
And that's Gulf View.
Gulfview.
Word.
GulfView.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, you can request a quote from there. Tell your friends, you know, if they got they got stuff they don't, you know, want to clean themselves. Shoot, give me a call. We can figure something out. You know, I'm just trying to get out there and honestly, you know, just it's honest work, man. You know, it's honest work that people need done. So.
Oh yeah.
But I appreciate you guys, man. I appreciate all the support too.
Dude.
We'll be
Good
shouting
shit.
you out on the Instagram. So
Yeah,
For
man.
show. Well,
Cool.
hell yeah, dude. Again, thank you so
Yeah,
much
thank
for
y'all,
sure,
man.
and thank you guys for watching, listening, the whole nine. We're gonna wrap this motherfucker up.
For sure.
We love you. Yee yee.
yee.